We have given here one simply supported beam of length equal to L. One support is at A, other support at B, and the load is acting from the left support at distance equal to A and from the right support at distance equal to B. We have to find out here what is the strain energy U. Now this total strain energy you have to calculate in the two part. First you have to calculate the strain energy for AC and then you have to calculate the strain energy for BC part. For that one, first you have to find out here what is the reaction at AY and the reaction at BY. Then we'll take the section and we'll find out moment at that section. Strain energy due to bending is given by integral of mx square multiplied by dx and is divided by 2 times of EI. E and I is remain constant for the given cross section. To find out the value of AY here, we'll take the moment about B. So we have sum of moment of all forces about B. This time we'll take the clockwise moment as a positive value and this sum must equal to 0. Moment of AY about point B is clockwise, clockwise is positive and we have distance equal to L. So we have AY multiplied by distance L. And the moment of the force F about point B is anticlockwise, is negative, is F multiplied by B must equal to 0. In this case we will get the value of AY is equal to F multiplied by B divided by total length equal to L. Now same equation we can use to find out the value of BY. So this time we'll take the sum of moment of all forces about A and again we'll take the clockwise moment as a positive value and the sum is equal to 0. Moment of BY about point A will be anticlockwise. Anticlockwise is negative, A is BY and we have distance is equal to L. Moment of F about A is clockwise and the distance equal to A. Clockwise is positive, we have F into A must equal to 0. So we have reaction at B is BY is F multiplied by A divided by L. So we know the two reactions here, AY is known and BY is known. So two reactions are known. Now we'll make a cut here to find out the strain energy for the beam AC. So we are slightly on the left hand side of C. So let's consider here the segment AC. This point is same as A and we are slightly on the left hand side of C. That is, we have limit is 0 less than equal to x less than equal to A and I write here minus, means we are slightly on the left hand side. At point A we have one vertical force is acting and this vertical force is same as F multiplied by B divided by length L. So we have an internal reaction here. Internal reaction we can show equal to V of x. Let's say this section at a distance equal to x. This value of x is from 0 to A minus. This moment about the section plane is a clockwise, so I will show here anticlockwise internal moment reaction. Let's say is equal to m of x. If I take a sum of moment and I will take anticlockwise positive must equal to 0. So the moment of the force FB divided by L multiplied by x will be clockwise. Clockwise will be negative value is minus F into B multiplied by x divided by L and this value is anticlockwise will be positive. So we have m of x equal to 0. So in this case we have bending moment at any distance x from A will be equal to F into B multiplied by x divided by L. Now we'll consider a second section between BC at distance equal to x from B. This time we have limit is from 0 to B or B minus. So we have segment BC, limit is 0 to x, B minus means we are not including the point C. And we'll show the FB here. At point B we have BY which is equal to F into A into L. At a section plane here we have to show one shear force. This is acting upward, so shear force will act downward. That is V of x. This moment is anti-clockwise. So we'll show here one clockwise moment that equal to mx. That is the internal bending moment. And to find out the value of mx again we'll use the same equation. That is we have sum of moment. This time we have taken the clockwise positive, so we have clockwise positive must equal to 0. So we have mx is positive value, and f into a by l multiplied by x will be anticlockwise moment. Anticlockwise will be negative, is f into a into x divided by l. Sum must equal to 0. So for C segment, we have moment at any distance x will be equal to f a x divided by l. Now initially we are knowing the moment. Now we can use the strain energy formula to calculate the strain energy for AC. For AC we have limit is 0 to A. For BC we have limit is 0 to B. So we have strain energy in the case of AC will be equal to integral 0, limit is A. We have mx square is f square into b square into x square divided by l square, further divided by 2 times of EI into dx. Now f square b square l square by 2 EI is a constant term. Integral of x square is x cube by 3 and upper limit is a. So we'll get here f square into b square into a cube divided by 3 and 2 will be equal to 6 times EI multiplied by L square. Same step we'll use for BC segment. We have limit is from 0 to B, so we have integral from 0 to B. This time mx square will be f square into a square x square divided by L and 2 times of EI. So we have 2 times of EI multiplied by L. This will be L square. F square a square by L square dx. F square is constant, a square is constant, 2 EI L square is constant. Integral of x square is x cube by 3. This time it is b cube by 3. So we will get this equation as f square into a square into b cube divided by 3. 3 and 2 is 6. So we have 6 times of EI multiplied by L square. So this strain energy UAC plus UBC is the total value of strain energy. So independently we have calculated the value of strain energy in AC and BC. Now we have to calculate here total strain energy. Total strain energy is same as equal to UAC. We have F square. Now this term of F square is common in both. Even the A square, B square we can take common. So we have A square, B square divided by 6 times of EI, L square is common. 6 times of EI, L square is common. Now here we have taken the B square common, one value of A is left. And here the one value of B is left. Now check figure, A plus B is same as L. So we have U is equal to F square into A square into B square divided by 6 times of EI into L square. A plus B is L. One of the L will be get cancelled. So finally we'll get here the strain energy in the beam will be equal to U is F square into A square into B square divided by 6 times of E into I into L. If this load is placed at the center, then value of A is same as equal to B is L by 2. So we can calculate this general formula in the case of simply supported beam. If the load is placed at the center, we have U equal to F square. A square will be L square by 4 and this will be again L square by 4. So we have total L to the power 4 divided by 4 and 6, that will be 24 and 96. So we have 96 times E into I into L. So this value is same that already we have done, is F square L cube divided by 96 times of EI. So U will be equal to P square L cube divided by 96 times of EI. This time we have used the Castellano theorem. Now since we are knowing the strain energy for the given figure, at point C we have point load is acting is equal to F. Now we are interested what is the deflection at point C, so we can use the Castiglione theorem and we can find out the value of delta C. So we have delta C is same as equal to del U. At this point here the load is acting is equal to F, so we have to partially differentiate F will be equal to derivative of F square will be equal to 2 times of F into A square B square, and whole thing is divided by 6 times of E into I into L. So in one step, once we know the strain energy, we can calculate deflection at the point C where the load is actually applied. 2 by 6 is 3. So we have deflection is F into A square B square is divided by 3 times of E I L. So this is a very useful idea, strain energy and the Castiglione theorem to find the deflection. For any case on any beam, you have to just divide, find out the strain energy for that particular section, sum of all value, develop the expression for you, and where the actually point load is applied, you can apply the first theorem of Castiglione. That is, a deflection at that point will be the partial derivative divided by load at that point. Calculate the strain energy of a bending in a simply supported uniform section beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. Let's say this load is equal to W and we have UDL is spread over the entire span of length equal to L. We have a simply supported beam, so we have one support at A and one support at B. In this case we have to find out what is the support reaction at A, that is AY, and the support reaction at B, that equal to BY. This entire UDL we can convert into a point load, that equal to W into L. So this W into L due to symmetrical loading is equally divided at the support A and B. So due to symmetrical loading, we have reaction at A, that is AY, is same as equal to BY. Total downward load is equal to W into L is equally divided between the two supports. So we have reaction equal to WL by 2. To find out the bending moment at any distance x here, we'll consider one section plane at a distance equal to x from A. So this section plane from A at a distance equal to x. Here we'll develop the FBD at the given section. So let's consider FBD of the given section with a distance equal to x. We have AY is same as equal to W into L divided by 2. At this section here, we have shear force will act in a downward direction. Let's say we have internal shear reaction is equal to V of x, and we have moment is developed by WL by 2 about this point is clockwise. So we will show here one anti-clockwise internal moment, that equal to mx, and this UDL is of intensity equal to W acting over a distance equal to x. So we can show here one downward equivalent point load, that equal to W multiplied by x, and is acting exactly at halfway, that is x by 2. So if we take a sum of moment equal to 0, and this time we have taken the anti-clockwise positive, so we'll take the anti-clockwise positive. We have moment at any section x is a positive value, WL by 2 into x is clockwise is negative value, so we have W into x into L divided by 2. And the moment due to equivalent point load of UDL will be anti-clockwise will be positive value. The load is equal to W into x and will act at a distance equal to x by 2. This sum must equal to 0. Therefore, we can calculate the moment at any section equal to mx is equal to W into x into L by 2. This term will become negative term, will be equal to minus W into x square divided by 2. The strain energy is given as integral 0 to L mx square dx upon 2 times of EI. So what we'll do, we'll find out here the square of bending moment. This is A minus B whole square. So we have mx square will be same as equal to A square. A square is W square into x square into L square divided by 4. Second term is B square. B square will be W square. X square and again square is x to the power 4 divided by 2 square is 4. And then we have minus 2 times of A. So we have 2 times of A is W into x into L divided by 2 multiplied by W into x square divided by 2. So these two and these two will cancel out. So we have mx square will be same as equal to W square x square L square is divided by 4, plus we have W square x to the power 4 divided by 4 minus of W into W is W square into L into x cube and is divided by 2. So W square can be taken common here. 2 times EI is also constant value. So we'll substitute for mx square here. We have W square is a constant term. We have 2 times of Young modulus multiplied by moment of inertia. Then we have integral from 0 to L. And we have first term left is x square into L square divided by 4, plus we have x to the power 4 divided by 4 minus L x cube divided by 2, and you have to integrate with respect to dx. So we'll integrate here and we'll substitute the limit simultaneously. We'll get here W square divided by 2 times of Young modulus divided by moment of inertia. Integral of x square is x cube by 3. So we have L cube into L square divided by 3 into 4 will be equal to 12, plus x to the power 4 integral is x to the power 5, that will be L to the power 5 divided by 4 into 5 is equal to 20, minus we have L integral of x to the power 3 is x to the power 4, L to the power 4 divided by 4 into 2, that will be equal to 8. 12, 20 and 8. So we'll take the LCM is equal to 240. So we have W square divided by 2 times of EI. L to the power 5 we can take it common. We have LCM is equal to 240. 240 and 12, so that will be equal to 20. 240 divided by 20, that will be equal to 12, and we have minus 30. Now solve this and we will get a final answer. So we'll get here 32 and 30, that will be 2. 2 and 2 cancel. So final equation for strain energy in the case of UDL will be equal to W square L to the power 5 divided by 240 multiplied by Young modulus multiplied by moment of inertia I. The video you are watching is from the app, which is the Mohod class app available on Google Store, and in this app we'll cover all subjects involved in mechanical engineering for GATE. Join the course directly from your mobile. The link is given here.